Right, for the Hebrew Israelites, from the vine of Israel, we come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this wicked place, Babylon, and Sodom and Egypt. And first and foremost, we'll give all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Bahar, Rekar, Kadash, and double honors to the elders of the house of David that's been ministering and ruling and teaching well for years and years. Salutations. And yeah, Shabbat Shalom to the sisters out there that are honoring the fathers and mothers, if they're not married, honoring, and if they're married, honoring their husbands, and to the children out there, Shalom. The brothers out there building themselves up. Mighty men come out, man. Alright, so yeah, Israel, man. Israel, there's a lot of mad things going on amongst us, so we have to check and evaluate ourselves a lot more in these times, man. It's high time to wake up and come out of all this sleep, but still sharpen, stay on point, stay in the faith. These are the testing times, man. So we got to stay strong and build each other up. So yeah, get there. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with this one.
This is the book of Zechariah.
Let's get this up and
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 5. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
Yeah, bro. Alright, the Most High is in the midst, and he's not going to just listen to all the iniquities that we're going through, man. Alright, and the unjust, they don't know shame. So the just ones, they know how to be shameful, man, and put away the pride.
Right. I have cut off the nations. Their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant.
Yeah, man, so that's what's going to happen. The future prophecies that's ain't happened yet. It's going to destroy the cities for Israel, man. And it's going to remember their cry. It's going to remember the iniquities no more that they was going through, and it's going to heal them and destroy Babylon. This is literally going to happen. Read that again, bro. I think they don't remember this.
Zephaniah 3 and verse 6. I have cut off the nations. Their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste.
Streets what?
I made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant.
Yeah, man. Give me I think I need. No, give me the others. I think. Give me second Ezra, chapter 15. Yeah, that's verse 8, yeah. Now, read the prophecies. Precept must be upon the precept, man. The place was destroyed and no one was found, man.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the ignorant and the righteous, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Alright, the souls of the just are complaining continually. So the Most High is going to remember our iniquities, man. He's not going to remember our iniquities. He's going to blot out our transgressions, and he's going to come and jump on the wicked ones that have slain us, man. Because why?
Verse 9. And therefore saith Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
All praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, man. He's going to surely remember what he's going to do for Israel, man.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, as before, and will destroy all the lands thereof.
And what?
And will destroy all the lands thereof.
And said what?
And will destroy all the lands thereof.
And that's the same thing, man. The land's gonna be waste. It's gonna be destroyed, man. All the lands thereof. Go on.
Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues, and the punishment of power shall bring upon it. That power shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fall through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellations, and with the fearful constellation.
Christian, Muslim?
No.
No Christian, no Muslim?
No, where are you from?
Basque country.
Where are you from?
Basque country. Basque.
Barcelona.
No? Basque. North Spain.
Ah, North Spain.
Northern Spain.
You remember ERA? ERA?
No, I don't remember those, man.
ERA.
So what's your, do you have a religion? You have a religion?
No?
No, what do you believe in? What do you believe
You
in?
and you.
What do you trust in? You trust in each other?
Yeah, by yourself. I don't need behind any.
Where's your father from?
Think by yourself. No, think by yourself.
Think about ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, what we do, we'll trust in the Most High. Because He's the one that's going to provide for us
I
and
don't,
be
I
our
don't need
strength.
any more behind me. I wanna, my opinion.
Yeah, no, we trust, the thing is, we trust in the Most High. He's the one that gives us our strength and the one that brings us out here to even walk and talk and breathe.
What you are, Christian, Muslim, or what?
Give me 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6.
New religion or what?
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
There's a throne that we're talking about before you came up. Right? The throne is going to be for the tabernacle of David and the Israelites. That's what's in the Bible from the beginning right to the end. Right? There's 12 gates for the 12 tribes of Israel. Now on the world, the brother asked you, where are you from? Like, what's your nationality? Because of situations in the Bible, God's chosen people have been put through slavery, put on ships, put by Christopher Columbus, the Spaniards, man. All right, they had a big part to play in it. You got the Brits, you got the Germans. They all had their hands on our people. Now, we're not gonna forget. We're not gonna come up here and cry about it either. All right, we're gonna mourn for what we've done by letting the Most High down and saying sorry to the Most High. Now we've done something because we're the best and we're chosen and we was inherited blessings. If we didn't listen, we'll get cursed. So this is our fault. So we're trying to establish with ourselves, with our brothers, all right, and see how we can please the Most High in these days. But that's all it's about. If you do something wicked, like for instance, it says, "Thou shalt not kill."
How many people support you?
Well, there's a lot of us, man. It's global, man. It's a global movement. If someone says don't kill someone, come on, you're gonna want to stop that, isn't it? Because the Most High says don't do that. So now what we're reading right now is because of the blood that these guys have done to his children, the ones that should sit on the throne, he's gonna come and destroy this place. He's gonna make Russia fight against Ukrainians. He's gonna make monkeypox go crazy. He's gonna make them blow up Georgia Guidestones and try and cover up the wickedness. They're gonna create machines that can affect your wave system, like your bodily, you know, them G's and that GMOs, mash up foods, depopulation. Look, the fact that at the end of the day, bro,
There's difference in your Bible and the new Bible.
at the end of the day, bro, what we're talking about is the Bible has all the answers, and he makes them come up high, makes them come down low. He can make them rich, he can make them poor. It's not about all that stuff. It's about the inheritance of the kingdom to come. That's what it's really about. Some people can think, it's the Most High that does that. The Most High made you come up here today, man.
What's happening with the pork? You can eat pork or no?
No, you can't eat the pork.
Why?
The pork is not clean.
And you and me, yes.
You like the pork?
And you and me, yeah, we are clean?
Well, if you eat the pork, you're unclean. So God told his children, the Israelites, don't touch that stuff. Do you eat that?
Well, I eat everything, all. I don't have any. If I'm hungry, my grandpa's time, he will eat rat.
Yeah.
Rat.
It's not good, man.
It's not good. Or eat or die. Eat or die.
Eat or die, yeah.
Good. You don't have to choose. Now in this time we have to choose, right?
This is we can't touch the swine.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 8. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean to you. You shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcasses.
Yeah, so we're not allowed to touch them. We're not allowed to eat them.
Right.
Do you eat that, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no. Give me Isaiah 66.
I have a couple of people like a dog work at home. Mascot.
That's the spirit still. Because we're getting into the destruction of this place, isn't it? That's what we're talking about, isn't it? Like, the Most High destroying this place. And we're going to get obviously more deeper because it goes into, he's using the Israelites to destroy the place. So let's read. You eat pork, you cannot touch me.
Okay.
Just, we can talk, but please, keep your hands over there, yeah?
I'm clean, always.
They're not clean, they're not clean. They're not clean.
Every day, shower every day.
Yeah, would you rush? They don't make you. No, let's read.
What word? 66.
17.
This is the book of Isaiah, 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury.
Well, the Most High is going to come in this place because he's angry for what they've done to the blood of the saints. That's like in Ezra, isn't it? 15 and 8 on down. They're saying he's going to come with fury and judge this place, yeah?
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
But he's going to do it with flames, right? Fire, like Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And like the plagues of Egypt, and brought the flames.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Look, he's got battle axes as well and weapons of war. Calm, all praises, man.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
There's a lot of dead bodies out here, okay? A lot of dead bodies. Let's keep going.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Saying what?
Eating swine's flesh.
They're hiding behind one tree. They're hiding. They're like, no. That nation that think they can save them, they're all hiding. Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Swine is hoggy, piggy. Swine. Alright, that's swine's flesh. They're all hiding and they're going to be destroyed. It says they're going to be destroyed, man. Come on, read.
And the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
And a consumption of flames, right? Boom, all burnt up, man. Because they eat swine's flesh. They do abominable things, man. And they say they have no God. Give me Psalms 14. And they say they have no God. We are God, you are God, he is God, we are all God, I'm God 4, I'm Hercules. They talk some mad things, man.
Give me what do you want to eat on this time? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the fool, save in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable work.
And abominable works is the abomination of swine flesh. They have done abominable works, and they say there is no God, man. It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's one power, man. And he's the Lord our God, and he is one power. He's the God of all things. He's the God of righteousness. You understand? And he gonna, that's all he wants on this world, judgment, man. The people that are wicked. He's the God of righteousness, man. Right? The God of the Israelites.
That's right.
So if you pertain to be an Israelite, you can listen to the, but you don't care. That's what I'm saying, man. So all we're trying to get at is, this ain't really for you. Get me? If you don't pertain to be an Israelite, it's not for you. But if the word heals you, you don't know. You could be Israel. You don't know.
How many times you want to
Because
change?
people went over to Spain. Our people, niggers and slaves. You know what I mean, Hispanics and Native Americans, right? They went over.
We are the same.
They went over to Portugal and Spain and stuff. So no, not everyone, not everyone.
We are the same. We are the same. No niggas, no.
I'm just saying, there's Portuguese, there's Negro Portuguese, there's Negro Spaniards.
We are the same.
We're not the same. We're not the
We are
same.
the same shit.
We're not the same. We're not the same. We're not all the same. We're not the same.
Right.
We're not. There's a difference, man.
How many times you want to change the people?
No, there's not everyone always the same. That's not. That's
How
not
many
how it
times you
goes.
change the sacred?
Give me the edition of Esther. Edition of Esther. We're not all the same. That's a lie. There's a difference, man. Go to that one in second. Is it First Chronicles 17? 20,
Only
21.
sacred
First Chronicles 17, 21.
book never touched. Which book is it? Which book?
The book we never touch.
Yeah.
Or the book we hold.
Quran.
The Quran.
Quran.
Oh, well,
Never
we've touched it. We've touched it. It's not something we like to feel up. Not something we want to feel up.
No, but you don't get. You don't get. You don't get. I know you don't
Poked
get.
it.
You don't get.
We poked it. This is our feel up, bro. This is what we feel up. This is our winning.
Why can't you? I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So we're gonna say, they're all the same nation. Yeah. Let's go.
10. Yeah, this is the book of the rest of Esther, chapter 10 and verse 9. And my nation is this, Israel.
And he's what?
And my nation is this, Israel.
Yeah, he's got a nation, man. All right. He says we're not all the same nation, man. The Most High's got a chosen nation, and it's called Israel.
Which cried to power and was saved.
And that's what we're doing out here. We're crying to the Most High, and we're asking to be saved. At the same time, in Esther's time, they were saved. Mordecai, big up Uncle Mordecai and that. They were saved from the wicked Amalekites.
For the Lord has saved his people.
People,
His people.
of the Most High, he has his nation, Israel. That is his people. So you can't say we're all the same. We're all the same. We're all the same. We're not all the same. What's your name? Colo, we're not all the same, Colo.
The Lord hath delivered us from all those evils, and power hath wrought signs and great wonders which have not been among the Gentiles.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. That's the point we need. It's got a nation and it's the Israelites.
This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 1 and chapter 17 and verse 21. When what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel.
So there's what nation can compare to these people, the Israelites, man? Look at these guys. That's what one nation is like, the Israelites, man. Go on.
Whom God went to redeem to be his own people.
That's his own people. Yeah, we read it over there. It's his people. Go.
To make thee a name greater, a name of greatness and terribleness by driving out nations from.
So when people hear Israelites, Israel, people got shook. They started shaking. They started shivering. Oh my gosh, these guys drive out nations. They destroy places. Whenever they cry unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, everything trembles in front of them. So people were scared, man. You look at them. You go in the ring of us. you're like, wow, he's gonna really punch me up. That's what happens, isn't it, in the ring?
How many days?
Well, what one nation is like the Israelites, alright?
By driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt. For thy people Israel didst thou make thine own people forever, and thou, Yahweh, becamest their power.
And that's our power. He's our God. He's the God of the whole world, and he's ours. You understand? He belongs to our nation. This nation is, and there's different nations, man. The Most High made. Look, there's no end to all the people. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 4.
How many times you wanna chant the book?
How many? Look, that's all the time. Because you're making statements. You're making statements, and what it is, this book is always more correct than you. This book's always going to be wiser than you. You're never going to. Your silly little weeny teeny understandings are never going to be more wiser than this
This
book.
is new, right? It's not all this is new, right?
Shalom. Oh,
Yeah.
who that is? Cheerleaders.
This is new paper.
Big up the cheerleaders, flicking the horns as they're going by.
Alright, chapter 4, go on, tell the people. Yeah.
How many days you wanna chant the?
Look, verse 15.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 16 and verse 15.
Lie.
I considered all the living which walk under the sun.
So we're going to consider all the living that walk under the sun. This is the point that we're trying to get across. No, listen then. Well, don't just repeat yourself. That sounds like a child. We're grown adults. We're like, like a little baby. That's not. Be wiser than me.
How many days you wanna
With
chant?
the second child that shall stand up in his stead.
And this is talking about his generation after that stands up after he's dead. So this is talking about all the living that walk on the earth and the ones that come after his seed line of his generations, alright?
There is no end of all the people.
What?
There is no end of all the people.
And last time we checked, the Most High made 18 nations. They've got them written here. Alright? The white man, the so-called white man, the Indian man, the Asians, the Syrians, the Arabs, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Ethiopians, the South Africans, the North Africans, Turkish, Russian, Greeks, alright? Spanish. The Spanish, you are called the Tarish people,
Yeah.
and the Cypriots, they're called the Kittim.
What
So
about the Irish?
the Irish are amongst the white man. You're in the midst of the white man. That's like your nation. You got like cousins. You know, like Japanese. They're not Chinese. You know what I mean? But the white man, you're called the Caucasus. Alright. So there's different nations on the earth. There's all different nations. So now the Most High said He's not made an end to all of them. They're not all Mongols. They're not all mixed up, because each of them have got a judgment that they need to participate in.
There is no end of all the people,
No end of all the people.
even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not reject, shall not rejoice in him. Surely, this is also vanity and vexation of spirit.
Yeah, there's no end of all the people. That's the point. Alright?
This is the book of Romans 11 and verse 1. I say then, have power cast away his people.
As the Most High mixed up all the nations and cast away His people. That's the question. Well, read it. What's in the New Testament? Read this.
Romans 11 and 1. I say then, have power cast away his people. Power forbid.
What?
Power forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah, man. He's from the tribe. He's an Israelite from the seed line of Abraham, from the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of partner Sharala, man. God does not cast away all these people. He's not mingled the people and mixed them up. Now we're all in the one nation. That's what the Georgia Gallstones will tell you, man. R.I.P. Georgia Gallstones, man. Rest in pieces. Pieces of stone. Rest in pieces of rubble on the floor, man. R.I.P. the Georgia Gallstones. Alright?
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 37. Thus saith Yahweh, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundation of the earth stretched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel.
And yeah, man. So they've never done that. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to their science. Don't listen to Northern Spaniards. They're madness, man. Or even the Christian Spaniards with the books, all the many different books. Don't listen to that, because the Bible is saying, yeah, they can't measure the stars. They're not getting it. They ain't mixing all the people up. You know what I mean? Go on.
I will also cast off all the seed of Israel, that for all that they have done, saith Yahweh. Behold, the day coming, saith Yahweh, that the city shall be built to Yahweh from the tower of.
Yeah. But yeah, man, the Most High is not going to cast away the Israelites. That's what we're reading now. We're reading about the promises he gave to Israel.
Go back to the there shall be. Where it says it's going to be struggle to see someone on the earth. Remember? Yeah, there's no rule for it.
This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 6. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I have made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant.
Yeah, man. There's none inhabited in that city. Come here, so this is the precept, man.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because there is pride. For because of the pride of the city shall it be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, man. So that the cities are going to be destroyed. Go into a city, you're not going to find many people. The 2nd Ezra is clarifying what Zechariah is saying. Oh, sorry, Zephaniah 3 and 6 is saying. So you've got to use precept upon precept and use the books wisely, man. People will go, oh, you don't need the Apocrypha and all of that rubbish. But it's mirroring up with more in-depth breakdowns when you go into these things. Alright, go on.
This is the book of Zechariah chapter 10 and verse 2. For the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, and have told false dreams. They comfort in vain, therefore they went their way as a flock.
And that's what happens. Where's the ones about the diviners? Jeremiah.
This is the book of Jeremiah 29 and verse 8. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams, which ye cause to be dreamed. For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name, and I have not sent them, saith Yahweh.
Yeah, man, so there's the go back to that one now. There's diviners. There's guys out there that will try and sliver around and obviously try and get filthy lucre for the gospel, tell you their dreams and prosperity doctrines, without going into thus saith the word of the Most High. So that's how we use the precepts, and we find out who are these false prophets, who are these false Christ-like people. All right, we got to study.
From the top again, yeah? Zechariah 10 and verse 2. For the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, and have told false dreams. They comfort in vain, therefore they went their way as a flock. They were troubled because there was no shepherd.
Yeah, man, they were troubled because their shepherds. Their shepherds were damn wolves, man. Their shepherds were wolves. They was never giving them any benefits or any help. That's what's happening in Israel. Because we see that's what I'm saying. That's why we got to help Israel. That's coming back to what we were saying at the beginning of the lesson. Is that we're out here to show and give it plain upon tables to the people. Because the Most High has given us that wisdom and understanding. So we can't hide it. We can't just sit on it. We got to show you who these wicked wolves are, man. We got to show you, because you'll go to the church and you think the pastor and you give him the money and dance up and down and he's got the choir singing really beautiful. No, all right. He's not bringing you to the gates of the Most High by loving your heathen, man. By saying, oh yeah, forget about them and have a dream that you can hold hands one day, man. That dream is not biblical. You guys are diviners, right? You're soothsayers. You're wizards, if anything, man. You're warlocks. They're warlocks, bro. Okay? Be careful of the warlocks. Your spirit.
Right. Verse 3. Mine anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats, for Yahweh of hosts have visited his flock.
So you became goats. You became goats. His flock was meant to be sheep on the right hand side. They became goats because your shepherds, they weren't looking after sheep. They're turning you into goats.
For Yahweh of hosts have visited his flock, his flock, the house of Judah, and have made them as his goodly horse in the battle. Out of him came forth the corner, out of him the nail, out of him the battle bow, and out of him every oppressor together.
Yeah, so look, then you got the Messiah coming with the 144,000, the goodly ones out of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar, all the 12 tribes. And they're gonna get the nations, man. He's gonna choose them, he's gonna remember them. So but first, he's gotta judge the ones of our people. This is what it's saying here, man. He's gonna get the goats and the wicked pastors. Then he's going to build up the, make sure he gets the tabernacle of David, man. So go to Micah. Go Micah chapter 3 and verse 9.
This is the book of Micah chapter 3 and verse 9. Hear this, I pray you, ye heeds of the house of Jacob and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity.
Yeah, you see that? Alright? David doing it with blood, and that's why I say they're warlocks, man. They're witches, man. Read that again, because this is deep.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 9. Hear this, I pray you, ye heeds of the house of Jacob and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity.
Yeah, man. They pervert the judgment and the equities. It's crazy, man. So these are the wicked pastors of today as well. They are around perverting the judgments, man.
Verse 10. They build up Zion. They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon Yahweh and say, is not Yahweh among us? None evil can come upon us.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. That's what they think they can say. But the Most High says he will get them for their lives. Give me that Jeremiah 20. Jeremiah is it 28 in the last verse. Huh? The Most High will remember them, man. He's not gonna forget them. Oh yeah, look, they're not gonna. I'm not gonna get punished. That's what they said as well, isn't it? In Isaiah 65. They're gonna eat the swine's flesh and say, nah, none of this wicked can touch me. These wicked prophets out here, man. They actually think they're untouchable, man. Their pride. It's gonna bite them, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah 28 and verse 15. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, Yahweh have not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie.
Trust in what?
To trust in a lie. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth.
Oh, he's forgot about you.
I will cast thee off the face of the earth.
Oh, you can't. Your prophets are trying to say the Most High can't get you at any time.
I will cast thee off the face of the earth.
The Most High is not forgetting them wicked pastors, man, and them elders that teach lies, man, that are not diligent, that are not pushing for truth and sincerity, man.
This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against Yahweh. So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month.
Yeah, well, that was complete for him. That was his completion of his life, was to die for being alive. And the Most High didn't forget him for lying. But it's commandments. Thou shalt not tell bear and paddle tell and bear false witness. Remember the family that died, the husband and the wife just died for lying about the money, man. They died instantly as well. So yeah, at the same time, look, false prophets, they're gonna get checked. Keep reading, bro.
We get Proverbs 16. Proverbs 16, the first one. And the one that says, fight for food.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18. Pride going before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fool. Better is it to be of an honorable spirit, of a humble spirit, with the lowly, than to drive the spoil with the proud.
Yeah, man. So it's better to have a lowly spirit, man. Because if you're proudful, man, it's gonna come down. You're gonna go way up in the sky on your pride, and there's only but down. There's only one way to go up if you're so high, man. You're not gonna start getting gravity, anti-gravity, down floating in the sky after your pride hits the ceiling, man. You're not on cloud 9 and you're floating on your pride. You're gonna come down after you find out you're an idiot. You found out all that stuff you knew was nothing to be glorified. You should have gave your power to Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai. What are you holding up? No. Second Ezra. And go to verse 56. Yeah, man. Second Ezra 15:56. The pride's bringing them down.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, even so shall power do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. They're going to get delivered. The heathens are going to get delivered into mischief, you know? It's what they've done to the Israelites. So they think, oh yeah, there's going to be peace and safety for them, and there's judgments coming upon this world. And when these judgments comes, he's going to use his people, the Israelites, for what you've done to them, for the blood you've done, and for you wicked pastors. You're all involved. He's talking about our people. See how we're trying to show you that our people can't get away from it. Plus the heathens that have done this to our people. They're joined confederate. There's wicked ones amongst Israel, man, that said we don't want to depart from the enemies, man. Alright, go on.
Verse 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Yeah, hold it there, hold it there. You're Leviticus 26. Because this is sounding familiar, man. The curses that we've heard, it's going to fall onto the heathens. That's what it's sounding like, man. It's sounding like they're going to have famines, no one in the city, eating their own flesh. It's going to be nuts.
Leviticus 26, yeah? Can't. Go to verse 25.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 25. And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quill of my covenant. And when ye gather together within your cities, I will send the pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hands of the enemy.
That's Israel. That's Israel going through this. But this is the same punishment he's going to bring onto the heathens. But it sounds pretty familiar with the second entrance 15 and 56, man. It's sounding pretty familiar.
And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall break your bread in one oven. And they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied.
Yeah, man, they're going to not be satisfied with that stupidness. Go on.
And ye, if ye will not of all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then will I walk contrary unto you also in fury, and I, even I, will chasten you 7 times for your sins, and ye shall eat the flesh of your sons.
So look at that. Go on, your flesh of the sons.
And the flesh of your daughters ye shall eat, and I will destroy your high places, and cut down your imagination, your images, and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you.
Yeah, man. So look, the Most High is going to do this to Israelites. Beautiful, read it, look. Because that's going to happen to our people if we join hand to the heathens. And look, and the heathens, it sounds like, look, go back to this, bro. They're going to get it as well, the same way. That sounded verbatim.
That, what's that here? Second Ezra 15 and verse 56.
Bring it out.
Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall power do unto thee.
Yeah, there you go. So that's it, done. Like, it's not, you don't have to go deeper. Because what he's done unto us, he's used them as he's used the enemy as a sword to us. That's what he used them for. He used you guys, you other nations, to bring down a powerful nation, beings on this earth. He used you guys to chastise us. The beast, the lowest of the basis of men. To chastise us, to make us know what only the Most High can do something like this, man. You guys, you did it weaken the nations. Esau, this is the guy that did weak all the nations. So only the Most High can put us in this situation, man. That's what makes us come closer to know that this book is really real, man. The Israelites are the best and the chosen. He says where we pertain to that, and it just fits the pages, man. There's no trying to rebuttal or debate about it. God has the chosen people, and it says they are talented, the best and the chosen. Who do we see that amongst? Not just the so-called blacks and Native Americans. Right? Don't we see that among us? Right, so let's give him praises for that, man. Come on, let's read. And what's he going to do to the heathens? He's going to remember us and do it.
57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down.
And this is what we need to talk about. The city's going to be broken down. This city's not going to be around for long. This is what the Bible's saying, these things. Apocalypto, Revelations. This place is going to be wars, and it's going to come quickly. Armageddon, man.
and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
The Bible is saying we're all going to perish out here. Get prepared. As in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. You got to prepare yourself. Like in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, with fatty boys and faggots, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So prepare yourself. Alright, prepare yourself for Armageddon, for flames and fire.
58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Thou, as unhappy, shall come through the sea and receive plagues again.
The plagues of Egypt. Alright, the plagues of Egypt is coming again.
And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of thy land, and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed.
That's going to be the chosen people coming through your lands, destroying it as they go along, taking back, like just saying, on your necks. That's the glory that they want, really. We found one, yeah, you put on his neck, and they'll be glorifying the day they put their foot on your neck, man. No, man, but glorify, man. That's what that's the saints come marching in, and they're gonna glorify when they get their foot on their enemies, man.
Verse 61. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire.
So that's who the Israelites are gonna be unto the heathens, as fire. In the time of Armageddon, man. It's gonna be like flaming fire. These guys are gonna rouse up with wings, a flaming breath. Fingers to fight. Because the whole praises, he's giving me fingers to grab you guys. You know what I mean? That's what's coming. Give me the what they say, they're gonna have stubble. Give me Obadiah 1 and 18. They're gonna be fire, they're gonna be like fire on flames. Yeah. You know that they got them animals and they start glowing. Some flames. And they're gonna kindle and mash up this place, man. Turn the cities desolate. Come on, bro.
This is the book of Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Yeah, man, they're gonna be on fire, man. That's what it said there.
And the house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Esau for stubble.
And for what? For Esau?
And the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and they shall be, and there shall be no, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Yeah, man, done out there for them. Because Jacob is on fire, and Joseph is going to be a flame, man.
2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 61. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire.
Yeah, man. So that's Obadiah 1 and 18 is going perfect with that, man.
Verse 62. And shall consume thee and thy cities, thy land and thy mountains, all thy woods and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire.
Yeah, so the Most High is going to use his chosen people to come and burn this place up, man. This place needs to be burnt. When the saints come, do you think they're going to put water down and try to regrow this stupid place? We were going to get seeds. Do you think the Most High wants to get his saints to get seeds and start growing this wicked place that's built on blood? No. It needs to get purged with your blood. Get me that? It needs to be purged with your wicked blood to balance the scales. Then the ground will rejoice. Then the ground will be like, I've been waiting for this blood. This is the blood I was waiting for. The blood of the wicked. When your blood is paved out all over the streets, all praises to Yahweh Shem Mashiach.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed by the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him.
By the blood of who?
By the blood of him.
By the blood of who?
But by the blood of him that shedded it.
Yeah, the blood that shedded it. You shedded blood. So the Most High requires your blood. It's biblical. It's in Revelations. It's all over the scripts, man. Well, blood is required. Give me the Ezekiel one. The Ezekiel one is the good one. I like that one. It brings more emphasis. 35. Because you love blood. The blood of your wicked. Give me Habakkuk chapter, 2 and 12.
Come.
This is the book of Ezekiel 35 and verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh.
Yeah, you're gonna know who the Heavenly Father is, because you're building ignorantly now. You're building your nice construction, but you're gonna know the Most High is gonna smash it down. He's gonna smash this place up into bits.
Right.
And you can think, oh no, that's what our job is. Our job is to come out here and tell our people to repent or die, because this place is coming down. Right? That's all we're out here for. That's our mission.
Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel,
Because you shed the blood of the children of Israel,
by the force of the sword,
by the sword, the Most High made you as a sword to judge us.
in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, so there's a time for us to get hit, man. And there's a time when you just meant to just leave us alone. Understand? And the Most High said, leave them alone at this time. But their iniquities had an end. But what did you do?
Verse 6. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, say... Yeah, I think I'll go back. Salakia. Let me start from again. Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Because their iniquity had an end. So you meant to leave them alone, man. Let them back.
Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood,
Yeah, the Most High is preparating them to blood.
and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou, the Salakia, see if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
So yeah, that's in Ezekiel. Give me one in Revelation. Oh, you got another one?
Oh yeah, Habakkuk. Yeah, you want the revelation.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Yeah, man. Woe unto you that build this town on blood. You've built everything you've done is with the blood of our saints, the blood of the so-called blacks and the Negroes. All of you want a piece of us, man. You want to suck our soul dry. Right? Steal all our land, steal all our gold, come to our countries, or that we're renting out, and just rape us, man. You don't do nothing else but rape and murder and pillage the people of the chosen ones, man.
Revelations 18 and verse 23. And the light of a candle shall no more shine no more at all in thee.
Yeah, in thee meaning in the wicked. Their candle's gonna get put out.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Yeah, and your fancy little whorish, whoredom, damn marriage you got with the wicked, it's not gonna be heard no more. It's not gonna be like fashionable to be a dirty girl or a gang man, gun man. It's not gonna be. That's not gonna be the talk of the town. Chill music, and it's gonna be like, where's the righteous ones, man? Where's the ones that are reading the Psalms?
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived, and in her was found the blood of the prophets.
And was what?
And in her was found the blood of the prophets, and of the saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth.
Yeah, man. So the blood of the prophets are found in this wicked whorish marriage, or this light, this candle light that's gonna get put out, and then they're gonna find all the blood, man. Right now the light's blinding you and you can't see. Our people are lost. They can't see with that little light they got. The blood that's around everywhere, man. And when the light goes off and you get the UV light and you start showing them the forensic evidence of that, look, you see? Pull out the UV light, you start seeing the blood everywhere, man. The blood of your people, man. And it's a damn shame our people still want to be stuck up and look for help from these people. And that's why Lamentations 4:17, we read it a lot, man. We've got enough to read it again. Lamentations 4:17. That's why we got to read the scriptures. It makes us remember what we're doing out here, man.
This is Lamentations 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
This nation, they're not going to save you, man. So you're looking around trying to think, oh, they're going to look out for us. It says this nation, that's why you know if this nation can't save us, we're not all one nation then. Remember that guy saying, yeah, we're all one nation. Unbelievable. Amigo, we are all one nation. No, we're not. We are chosen ones, and we're not like anyone else. And you man, we're looking out for your help, and you've never wanted to help us, man. Always got some slivery tongue, backs, you know what I mean? A tongue just of wickedness, man. Give me Psalms 60. Give me Psalms 64 and verse 2. Yeah, hold on. Give me Psalms. Your tongue is wicked, man. Psalm 64 verse.
This is the book of Psalm 64 and verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword.
What?
Who whet their tongue like a sword.
Yeah, man, their tongue is they can say things and get a nigga killed real quick with just a quick little 2 words. Kill that Jake over there. And we're dead, man.
Bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Yeah, bitter words.
They that may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Exactly. Hidden marksman. Yeah. Should I take the shot? Take him out. But Jake's down. How's he doing that? Yo, porch. Gang music. Fair ways to take you down. Alright? And how do you take you down? Because with gifts. A gift destroys the heart. And you think, oh yeah, let me take the meal ticket. And then you want to dress up like a damn woman. Some damn Chris Tucker. Who else? All of them, man. Wesley Snipes. Medea, Tyler Perry. What's his name? Martin Lawrence. Eddie Murphy's. What's the other one, man? The little guy. Not Cat Williams. We got Cat Williams. He didn't do that. But he got the perm though, innit? But who else? You got the new one, man. The little weasel, man. Shouts to the time, man.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, man. All of them, man. Kendrick Lamar, they dress up like women, man. It's mad. We don't need that amongst Israel, man. Alright, don't need that gift to destroy your heart.
Sudden, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They can commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
That's what they do. They're like, yeah, we can make this policy. No one ain't gonna know it's us. You can be very conniving, man. They're gonna say things like, no one, should do it in secret. No, don't say nothing. Wicked, evil people, man. And we're the wicked ones because we're saying the truth. We're evil. We're enemies because we say the truth. But these guys, they're in secret doing mad things. And it's not until their light goes out that that's when we're gonna get the UV light and start seeing all of their wicked, all their little hidden inscriptions they got with their invisible ink pen. See all the, yeah, man. They got a lot of policies out here for us, man. We're the biggest. We must be like the biggest on their hit list, man. Because we're coming in with no guns, no bombs. We got wooden sticks, man. We got Bibles, wooden sticks, a couple posters, man, and a speaker. Now the speaker is hurting their feelings. The mic is hurting their feelings. They don't want this truth to come out into the open because they want to do wickedness, man. Tell them to jump up and down and do wickedness. They'll be screaming and shouting in the streets for filthy lucre, man.
Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Diligently try and find out how they can make you fall into sin. They search out iniquity.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Don't ever think one is not better than the other. Every one of them. Don't slip. That's another scripture was saying every one of them, you know. All of you are the damn same, man. Don't slip. Don't try to trust one. Oh, this one's a good one. This one let me eat. This one gave me some good. He was a good master. He gives me food. He gives me sleeps. He gives me food. He gives me eats. No. Don't trust any one of these damn wicked ones, man. Never. Give me that never. Give me the never, never, ever, man. Sorry.
Never trust that enemy.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Do what?
Never trust thine enemy. For as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, man. And the wicked ones, they're going to show proof at the end. So don't ever trust them. And they're slivery tongue.
All of them, they want us. So give me that Revelation 14 and 18. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Read that. Let's go. Read it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 18. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud voice to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress, and the wrath of the wrath of power.
So you see that? The Most High is gathering his cluster, man. He's gathering his grapes. Alright? And he's gonna give me that 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 21. The Most High is gonna gather, like he's gonna slay the earth, man. He's gonna come down, slay this earth, and gather his chosen ones, man. 9 and 21.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 21. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster.
A what?
And have kept me a grape of the cluster.
The Most High has kept a grape of the cluster, man. This is what he's saying here. He's gonna come swoop down, put them in the wine press, and chink, you know what I mean? That means they're gonna get the spiritual powers, man. So boom, 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 everyone's getting their gifts, their talent. Yeah, man, and they're getting sharpened up, man. You know when you're watching Space Jam and the man gives them all the powers of like puts the power bars up. You know what I mean? We're on God mode, man. We're on Yasha Allah mode, man. Read right.
And a plan of a great people. Let the Let the multitude perish then.
Let the what?
Let the multitude perish then.
Yeah, so the Most High is going to gather a cluster. Many are called, few shall be chosen. Alright? So he's going to get the few that are chosen, gather them up, give them their spiritual power, and then they're going to get slapping, man.
Right.
The fishers are going to turn into hunters, man. That's what we've been trying to get at. You join hand with the wicked, you're going down with the wicked, you're getting the curses, and the curses are going to fall on the enemies, and you're all going to get judged together, you wicked ones of Israel, and the heathens, man.
Right.
Right.
Let the multitude perish then.
Let the multitude perish then. He's like, look, no, that's Jake, man. Our heart's desire that Jake be gathered, man. Yeah, that be saved, man. But in that day, your heart's desire is not going to be trying to think about saving these wicked Jesus. Alright, that's why it's if the righteous scarcely be saved, if we that know these commandments and laws, if we scarcely be saved, what's it going to be like for those that don't want to hear the gospel? What is it going to look like, man? Look, because we read the scriptures and it says a mire in the streets. We've just been reading desolation of cities, hunger, eating your own flesh. If you've been listening to the lesson and taking it in, the notes, it's dreadful for them. It's going to be dreadful out here, man. Right. Precept must be upon precept, line upon line. But as we're reading, the picture that we're painting, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for giving us this knowledge and truth.
That's right.
Because you guys are just walking like dry bones, man. Seriously. It's dreadful, man. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I look back and I sit back and I think, damn, man. Like, what is it? What don't they want to? What is it that they don't know or they don't get or they can't grasp? So we can give them that in due season, you know. Boy, like, yeah, man. Go and read that.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which were born in vain.
Which are born in vain.
Let my grapes be kept, and my plant, for with a great labor have I made it perfect.
Yeah, man, he's made it perfect. Is that 22? Yeah, man, he's made it perfect. And that's when he's, like he said, he's sieving out. He's mainly sieving out. Amos, we can get into that lesson, but you know what I mean? He's sieving out the Israelites. He's keeping the 1/3 and he's bringing them back to Zion, man. Go on, bring that there. No. Yeah, read that Jeremiah, please. It's not us, man, it's the Father, you know? So read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 21. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people, and them, and their neighbors, and his friends shall perish.
Yeah, man, so look, man, the Most High is doing that, man. He laid the stumbling blocks for them. So sometimes you're thinking, what can I do? I want Israel to be saved. But you're not going to feel like that in them days, man. You're going to understand the Most High just wanted them to perish, man. So leave it on that, that's it. And they shall be reprobate silver, man. But, bring out.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 19. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of power. And the winepress was trodden without city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle.
Even what?
Even unto the horse's bridle.
By the space of 1,600 furlongs.
So we'll get Micah 4 and 13. So let's start at 11. Micah 4 and 11. There's going to be blood, a lot of blood. Alright, and it's going to go up to the horse's bridle. The blood of who? The blood of the wicked, man. Alright, the ones that join onto the wicked, and the Israelites that join on, and the wicked, man. It's going to be blood all the way up to the horse's neck, man. Alright, and then why is that? Because the ground requires it. And when that blood comes on the floor, give me Psalm 68 and 10. When we see that blood, man, this is what the saints are going to do when they see the blood. Yeah, bro.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68 and verse 10. Thy congregation have dwelt.
I'm pretty sure it's yeah, man. 58 intense, like it, 58.
This is the book of Psalms 58 and verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
And that's why it says the blood's going to be up to the horse's bridle, man.
God.
Because the righteous, the saints, they're going to rejoice when they see the vengeance, man. And they see the blood of the wicked. They're going to want to, like, get a little splash in that, man. Like, yo, that's the blood of the wicked, man. They might want to give it a splash. Wash their feet in that. You might want to bust a dance, man. Do two skanks, like. Dance like David in the blood of the wicked, man.
Right.
But yeah, so what we ordered? We'll go back to what we was ordering. Micah 4 and 11. Micah 4, yeah, Micah 4 and 11, yeah.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 11. Now, also, many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eyes look upon Zion.
So yeah, man, there's many nations that are around about us, man. There are many about them making crafty counsel in the secret places, trying to make policies to destroy us, man. Right? With their policies of all of their wicked litigations, and declarations against the word, man. So they're out here to destroy us, but we're going to stay strong. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, but give unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, what belongs unto Yahweh, man. Go on.
But they know not the force of Yahweh.
They don't understand the force of the Heavenly Father, man. They don't know, man. They're talking about there is no God. You are God, you are God, you are God. We are God. I'm like, yo, they don't understand the force, the thoughts and the forces of the Heavenly Father. Go on.
But they know not the thoughts of Yahweh, neither understand they his counsel.
Yeah.
For he shall gather them as a sheep into the flock. Yeah. Arise and thus, O daughter of Zion, for I who make thine own iron.
So yeah, man, arise and thrust. And that's what the Most High says. He's going to use his sword to thrust this place, man. He's going to use Israel, his horn, his battle axe, to thrust through and to destroy cities, man. He said in the 2nd Ezra 15, right, at 56. He's saying, and going on down, he's saying how he's going to destroy your place, man. So you're going to start eating yourselves. It's going to be dreadful out here, man. Go on.
And I will make the hooves brass,
Yeah.
and thou shalt beat in pieces many people.
Many who?
Many people.
Yeah, man, look, you're going to beat in pieces many people, man. And who's them people going to be? Predominantly all the wicked, man. And predominantly all the ones that join unto the wicked, man. The Israelites that join them. Go on.
And I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto Yahweh, unto the master of the whole world, of the whole earth.
Of the whole earth, man. They're going to get judged, man. It's not going to be pretty sight for the ones that want to buck up on what the Most High is up to, man. Give me that one, 2nd Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 8. Give me is it 1 Peter chapter 4 and 17? It says
This is the book of 2nd Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 8. In flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not power, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
the Most High is going to come and take vengeance, man. That know not the power of the Most High, man. I don't want to fall into that situation, man. Alright, give me that one that says, read that 1 Peter, yeah. Go to chapter 4, yeah. 4 and verse 20.
1 Peter 4:20.
Yeah. Chapter 2, 20.
This is the book of 2nd Peter chapter 2 and verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, of the Master and our Savior Yahweh Shai Mashiach, they again entangled themselves, entangled therein, and overcome. The latter end was worse with them than the beginning.
Yeah, man, it's a disgrace, man, for you to know what's going on. And then you're in this truth now and you just buck up and you fall back into this world, man. It's going to be dreadful, man. You may as well have not known this. Go, finish it. That's it.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of power.
So yeah, man, the time is coming when judgment is going to begin at the house of power. Alright? And give me them first. Give me that one in it's a fearful thing. Yeah, Hebrews 10. 30. Read that thing, yeah? The judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. That's why it says he's going to come and start at his house, man. Start at his people, man. Begin at his sanctuary, Ezekiel 9 and 6. You're going to begin at his sanctuary, man.
This is the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 31. it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah, don't take it for a joke. It's a very scary thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Alright? Go on. That's it on it. Yeah, go on. Do one or whatever.
Not finish that one.
Oh, yeah, finish that one. Yeah.
1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of power.
Judgment's going to come at the house of power, meaning the Israelites, man. He's going to clean up his own house before he starts to clean up his place. Go on.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of power?
And if it begin at the ones that know, what's it going to be like for the ones that don't know, man? It's scary, man. That's why Ezra said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Man. He says, whoa, who's gonna help me, man? Knowing that he's gonna get regenerated back into this timeline, right? Go on, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, man, Jacob, that's it. Jacob's gonna get in trouble, man. Jacob's in trouble as it is from before. But because there's the prophets that come out to tell you and give you guidelines and wisdom and understanding, the truth is going out there all over the internet. There's no hiding this truth now to see them guys with the fringes, man.
Right.
There's no hiding it, man. There's no one that's sneaking it, wearing it on the weekends. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a feast day, look fancy. Brothers are wearing it throughout, man. So there's no hiding this truth. The Most High said he's going to pour his spirit out on the flesh, man. And the spirit is the commandments. So if he's pouring his spirit out, there's brothers out here keeping commandments of the spirit of the Torah. Alright, bro?
Right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
And do what?
And begin at my sanctuary.
The Most High says, start at my house, man. Start at my sanctuary, my living space, man. Before you try to clean up anything else, slay the ones of the sanctuary, the house of the Most High, the children of God, the Israelites, man. Start at them.
Right.
They're the ones I want you to deal with. Alright, go on, bro.
Then they begin at Salakia. Then they begin at the Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house.
Yeah, and they dealt with the ancient men. So the men have something to play in this, man. The ancient men meaning the wicked pastors that have the dreams, the diviners, the ones that have led our people to move like the goats, man. We got the goat people, man. They're going to be the greatest of all time. Alright? Woe to those guys, man. Because the Most High is coming for them ancient men that are prophesying falsely in his name. Alright. So yeah, go to the I think it's 2nd Ezra chapter 6.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Yeah, man, the Most High says he's gonna cast them away despitefully. Alright, because they've cast away his ways, man. Alright, go on, bro.
For such as in their life have received benefit and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
So they had a time to change. They had a time of grace. Right? They had a time to change their life, their lifestyle, but they chose not to. Go on.
Understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain.
Yeah, man. They're going to know it after death by pain. Jeremiah 7 and 15. The same must know it after death by pain. They had a chance to change and repent. Why? Because of this. Read that book. 15.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 15. And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cries nor pray for them, neither make an insurrection to them.
Yeah, man, the Most High is going to be like, yo, same thing he done in the old time. Don't cry for these people. They're wicked. I need them to be destroyed. They're holding hands to the wicked. Their name isn't found in the book of life. Then you know what I mean? You know, like when you got you got to wear the armband or something. You got to have the breastplate on. You got to have the VIP pass. You got to have the breastplate on. If you ain't got that breastplate of righteousness, then you ain't got the VIP pass, man. Say everyone about the breastplate. Everyone gets a gold chain. You know, like you started moving. Everyone gets a gold chain. Bling bling saying breastplate of righteousness. And if you ain't got that on, you're getting slain. It's just I don't want to cause dreams or anything. But the Most High is going to mark of exemption. If you don't have that mark, don't pray for them, don't cry for them, slay them. They're going to know it after death as well.
Right.
After death, they're gonna be in pain. Shalom, huh? Yeah,
I was
man.
here last week, man. You was up in where? Arson.
Yeah.
Let's come down here.
Peace and love, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You know the Apocrypha? It's hard to read, man. You need a magnifying glass to read that, man. Man, I'm struggling with it still, but it's giving me good vibes.
Yeah.
Look what he's reading.
Huh?
Look at what he's reading.
Yeah, man. How'd you do that?
Yeah, we just have to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I can't even stay up, you know. I'm waiting for somebody. I didn't expect you to be around there.
Verse 16. Yeah, verse 16.
Not all of it.
Read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 16. Therefore pray not for those for this people, neither lift up a cry nor pray for them, neither make intercessions to them, for I will not hear thee.
For what?
For I will not hear thee.
Like, look, there's no point crying for these guys. These guys need to be annihilated. But it's the time of refreshing. People thinking they get the blessings and they're gonna get the gifts. So it's like, no, there's no time to be crying over these guys. Right. They've turned onto the wicked, man. Like, oh no, and that's what they're gonna say. Our mum or our nephew, our cousin, our sis. They're like, yo, what are you crying for, man?
God.
They said let the dead bury the dead, man.
Right.
Let the dead bury the dead and deal with who you're with, man. Deal with who the Most High's got around you, man. You might see a brother that you've been labouring for years and the Most High said, never chose. Could have been a tear among the wheat or something, man.
God.
You're like, I thought you already had the zeal, I thought he was going to make it. He doesn't make it, man. So that's what it says, don't cry for them, don't pray, don't make insurrections. Don't get 9-9 or... This is what it says, the dead body's going to be cast out. Get Micah 3 and 9.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 1.
Bring it up, bro.
The word of Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
The prophets, they spoke always against sodomites, wickedness. They spoke against this, man. Jeremiah was like, Babylon has to be destroyed. Go on, bro.
Declare ye among the nations and publish, and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded.
Yeah, man. So we're not going to hide. We're not going to be concealing it. We have to make this known loud like trumpets, man.
Right.
And this place is confused, man.
Right.
This place is confounded, right? Because they serve idols and they serve graven images.
Merodach is